Hi everyone. Today I have another Blackwing pencil. I want to talk a little bit about some of the easily things that easily get overlooked, but yet are oddly satisfying and surprisingly meditative. Hand sharpening pencils. Yes, pencils. So here I am, slowly attacking this Blackwing, taking off little by little. Not clicking a button on a mechanical pencil, not jamming it into one of those angry electric grinders that sound like a jet engine. I'm talking about the slow process of sharpening a pencil by hand with, in my case, a blade. You might be thinking, why? Why spend the time doing something so small and seemingly unimportant? But that's the point. Hand sharpening is about more than getting a point on some wood and graphite. It's about control. It's about craft. It's about slowing down in a world where everything is trying to speed up. All right, first let's talk about tools. There are pretty much two main tools. You need some kind of blade, and you just need some pencils so you could practice. So you could either use a knife or an X-Acto blade, a utility knife, or even a pocket knife if it gives you the ability to shape your pencil exactly how you want it. For me, I use blades because they're a little bit soft and you have the ability to somewhat bend it if needed. If you want a long fine point for delicate sketching, you've got it. You could easily do that by hand sharpening. And then you could also shape the tip however you want to. It becomes more than sharpening. It's shaping a tool to fit your needs. And so I've been doing a lot of artwork too, and I've been dealing with a lot of pencils and erasers and things like that. And I'm finding that these Blackwing pencils have a great set of wood on them so that, when cutting down these different ones, I have the ability to feel how the wood reacts to each of the cuts, and then I'm able to judge how much pressure is needed for the next cut. So, why does this all matter? We live in a time of digital everything, and don't get me wrong, I love technology. For those of you who follow me on other platforms, know how much technology rules my day. But when the last time at what but when was the last time you actually felt the tool you work with? For me, keyboards, mice, and other computer stuff and things, you don't actually feel that tool working. A pencil is one of the simplest tools we have. It doesn't need a battery, a charger, or Wi Fi, just wood, graphite, and your hand. When you sharpen it yourself, it becomes part of its story. You invest in it, and maybe, just maybe, the words or drawings that come out of it mean a little more. On the side note, on the technology side of things, when I build a computer, when I build my PCs, that sort of same feeling happens, when I'm investing into building it from scratch and putting a little bit more effort into the final outcome. So the next time you reach for your pencil, don't just jab it into a machine. Take it, take a moment, grab a knife or a blade, sit down, breathe, and just sharpen. In that quiet act, you might find something rare, a small pocket of peace in a chaotic world. So here I am finishing up the tail end of this awesome Blackwing. I'm giving it a little bit of a tip, not too much of a tip, only because I do like pencils with that thicker look on paper. But here's the pencil. It's my Blackwing pencil, and there's the tip again. Thank you for watching.